Lam. Last time. Lam. Bring your awareness 1 inch above the perineum. And this is the spot behind where we urinate. And here, as we draw in from front to back with a slight compression, we do the mantra Vam, and we have the mudra, the ring finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath. Vam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Vam. 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 Last time. Vam. Now let's bring our awareness behind the navel. And here we do the sound ram. And when we do this and we draw in at the navel, we have the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath. Ram. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Ram. 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 Last time. Ram. Now bring the awareness in between the breasts and the middle of the body, and here we do the sound yum. And when we do this, we have the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Yum. 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 Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum. Keep the thumbs up mudra with a loose fist. Let's go. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Release and continue.
Hum.
Last time. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and here we do the sound chum, and again we have the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Chum. 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 Release the mudra and continue one last time. Top of the head, we do Om. And again, thumbs up mudra. Release the mudra and continue the Om. Now we go on to our happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. Bring your awareness to the throat and keep your eyes closed, watching the throat, and make a big smile and observe the change in the throat. You will feel a slight stretch in the throat. Keep the focus on the stretch and inhale and exhale slowly and feel the air rubbing along the throat as you inhale and exhale, rubbing along the stretch in the throat. And you will find that when you're inhaling, it feels like a little bit of a sucking kind of feeling. That's how you know you're doing it right. Continue. Nirmala Pandit and Joginder Kundra, you might want to feel the stretch a little bit more and feel the slowness of the breath going through. Your sensation is not good enough. You can do much better than this. May try making an effort. Let me watch. Nirmala Pandit, you're okay. Carry on like that. Joginderji, you have improved, but you still need to be even better. Continue. With practice, it will come.
Can you check me, please?
I'm checking everyone. Radhika Komala, you want to make a bigger smile. You will feel better. Little bit bigger, even bigger smile. Yes, now you will get it right. Ramesh Gupta ji, you can do a little bit better, make slightly bigger smile. Yeah, breathing is not the issue. It is the stretch in the throat. You're making too much effort. Your shoulders are lifting up and down because you're trying to make it a longer breath. That is not needed. Relax. What you're doing now is much better. Continue. So now let's go on to the spinal alignment exercise. As you exhale, tilt your head and bring one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back up. And as you exhale, go the other way. And inhale, come back up. And continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, last. And come back up as you inhale. Now we rotate the head as if we are looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, go the other way. And continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and last 14. Now come back as you inhale. Now with the next inhalation, take the head back. And as you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest and continue. As you exhale and the chin comes to the chest, we do 360-degree rotation. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the other half, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one last circle. Now let's go the backward, the other opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now let's go on to the opposite alternate shoulder exercise. Inhale, lift up one shoulder, exhale, rotate it back. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder, exhale, rotate it back, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. That's good. Now, raise your hands up. Inhale, lift up the palm and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is good. Now we rotate around the wrist. 1, inhale and exhale, complete. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go all opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last 6. Now elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale, go around the wrist and fingers and palms, and exhale, go the other way. Inhale and exhale. Continue. 3, 4, 5. Let's go opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now interlock the hands and bring it behind your head. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is good. Get hold of your elbows behind your back on the top. Now, as you exhale, pull on one hand and inhale, come back. Exhale the other way, pull and come back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's good. Now, bring your hands behind your back and get hold of the opposite elbows. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back, exhale the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Now, get hold of your hips behind the back. And as we inhale, we push on one hand and make a backward arch. And exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other side, and exhale, come forward. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now, let's cross the feet one over the other and get hold of the opposite, get hold of the knee with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, pull up and turn your head to the same direction as the knee you're holding. Inhale, release. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's go to the other leg, cross over the knee, and as you exhale, pull and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Now, stretch out the legs, and we will do this cycling with the leg. Lift up one leg and inhale, stretch it out, and exhale, stretch it out and bring it down. Inhale up and exhale, stretch. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last 8. Let's go to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very nice. Now, We are going to do both shoulders together, and we are going to do it in a slightly different way. If you're seated on the floor, that's fine. If you're sitting on a chair, dig your feet into the floor. Feel the feet fully planted on the floor. And from that position, we go to lift up both the shoulders together, feel the hips lifting up and the feet digging in. And as you exhale, to rotate it back and bring it down. Let's continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do a few more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and last 18. For just 1 minute, we will do the alternate nostril breathing, and then we will go on to Bhastrika. Close the right nostril, inhale from the left, and feel the vibration go up, and exhale from the other, and continue. Okay. Now let's go on to Bhastrika Pranayama. So I guess most of you know it, but in case somebody is new, I have to explain it. So Bhastrika Pranayama is all about deep inhaling and exhaling. So when we inhale, the abdominal area comes out, the chest expands, the shoulder pulls back, and when you exhale, everything collapses, including the belly going in. Now you can do this with your palm on your hands, or you can do it as a loose fist with the elbows by the side. And when you inhale, you do the same motion. But when you have your hands like this, when you inhale, first the belly comes out. When the chest expands, the elbow lifts up. And when the shoulder pulls back, the palms open up. And then you exhale, you come down like this. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. And 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Eyes closed. Observe the sensations with it. Now we will go on to the spinal mantra. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Haim, Aim, Om.
I'm Om. I'm Om. I'm Om. I'm Om. Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. I'm Shim Jim Jaim Haim I'm Om. 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 I'm Shim Jim Jam 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 Haim I'm Om.
Now let's go on to the next round of Bhastrika. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Close your eyes and bring down your hands and observe the sensations in the head. And now we are ready to go on to meditation. Mentally tell yourself, up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. And mentally, if you have a mantra, you can chant it. And if you don't have a mantra, then just watch your breath and listen to the Om in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, raise your hands up and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands. And with that, we close the session. We
Dr.
have a few notes in the chat box. Let's see what they are.
Dr. Rajan?
Okay, so somebody here has asked the question. Okay, and Renu wants to speak after the session. Certainly you can. And Neelam Vij, can some of the turning from side to side exercises, can it be done standing up? Yes, but the thing is, you see, this depends upon ability to keep good balance. Generally, from our perspective, we don't actively tell people to stand up because if you stand up and lose your balance, you can hurt yourself. But within your own, decision, as some of the people are doing over here, if you stand up for some of the exercises, it is your liability and your risk. That's perfectly okay. And if you have good balance, nothing will happen. But, just out of caution, we don't give that instruction. Then, while talking to a person, forget what they were going to say, okay, and even forget the name of the person in front. In 1 to 4 minutes, they seem normal as if nothing happened. How can yoga help stop this? Short memory loss. Okay.
Mhm.
And okay. How do we need to squeeze buttocks while doing Bhastrika is a question. No, we don't. But if they automatically, some people, if they are focused on the belly, that will happen. But it's really not necessary at all. Okay. And so the question from Satyapal Khera about short memory loss. Uh, another quick question is, how long should I wait after this session to eat dinner? Well, 10, 15 minutes is good enough. You can, so there is no problem. You can almost, by the time you finish and prepare and sit in, that's fine. Now, with respect to the short memory loss, there isn't a very clear answer in yoga. The key part is we look upon our system as governed in the following ways. Our cosmic connectivity is the source of the, okay. So but there are more questions coming in, but first let me complete the answer for this before I go to others. The cosmic connectivity is the source of our immunity. Our immune system has two components. One component is the memory within, and the other component is the ability to bring new memory from the cosmic connectivity. So we consider the cosmic connectivity as the ability to change and to bring it up to the requirements of whatever you need to be in good health. So the immune system is the first part. The second part is the nervous system and the vitality within us. So nervous system controls the vitality within us. So this is where we focus the most. Now, if the nervous system and the immune system are strong, we can reverse any degeneration in the brain. Now, the short-term memory loss may be related to the mind being preoccupied with other things. And when that happens, then in which case it may be a natural thing. But then the other side of it is that over a period of time, if it is the brain and the immune system that is going down, if that is the result of it, then in which case the only other way is to deal with the meditative session and Bhastrika Pranayama. These are things that can help. So I hope I am clear. That is, if there is brain degeneration, then in which case the only way in which to help is increase the immune system through meditative practices and Bhastrika Pranayama to increase the energy in the nervous system. That's how we would recommend that. Now, if there are specific cases of brain degeneration, we can use specific mantras for it. So that is what I would say. And of course, short-term memory loss because of preoccupation with other things is an entirely different matter. Okay. So now the next questions that have come in over here. What is the best pranayama for lowering the blood pressure? This is not a good question for me, because what it is what is the cause of the blood pressure is very important. But as a general thing, if people's blood pressure is increasing because they are stressed, then in which case the first starting point is slow breathing. So actually slow exhalation. So whether you do it through alternate nostril breathing, Anulom Vilom Pranayam, whether you do it as walking breathing, you're walking, 2 steps you inhale and 4 steps you exhale, whichever way in which your exhalation becomes slower, you will bring greater relaxation to the body. But then this is a bad question, because you see what happens is that may not be the cause of the blood pressure. If that is not the cause of the blood pressure, we have to do other things. So now next thing is, you see, this is the wrong questions for you people to be asking after so many days of working through. That is, one protocol is not a heal-all for one condition. Okay, because what is the underlying aspect of the condition is what really matters. Next question is, in chakra cleansing, during yam, do we pull towards the spine or expand? Actually, what happens is we give a mental knock at the in between the breasts over there, because this is a place where we cannot contract like the belly. Okay, so it is like a mental contraction, but we don't do a contract like in the lower part or anywhere else. And the next question is, I have burning between scapula. Okay, so for this person, when does the burning come? Is it specific exercise, or is it something that happens all the time? So without the answer to those questions, we cannot respond to this.
Dr.
Okay.
Rajan.
And, yes, go
So
ahead,
may I-
Radha.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Don't give up.
What I want to ask is, I have a friend who had a damage of central nervous system about 10 years ago due to anesthesia. So going back to your memory question, he should be practicing certain mantras along.
See, unless we examine the person, we cannot
Okay.
tell, right?
All right, got it. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, today, because the chakra vibration took a little longer, I had to cut short on the other practice as we were going along. So anyway, any other questions?
I have a question, Doctor.
Go ahead.
I have a very short breathing. So when we do this yum, I cannot continue that long. So I have to give it up and do it again. Is it okay?
You have short breathing, you said.
Yeah.
Now, do you, it is completely okay what you're doing. There is no problem. But the next question I have to ask you is, do you have any lung-related or breathing-related problem for which you're taking medications?
Yes. I'm taking prednisone in order to control breathing. Otherwise, if I don't take the prednisone, I am in really bad shape.
How many years have you been doing this?
For 8 to 10 years?
Have you smoked before in your life?
No.
So what is the cause of the problem?
I went to a lot of doctors and nobody has figured it out. The reason they tried all different medicines, all the asthma medicines, and only thing is working is the prednisone, because it is a steroid. Basically, it reduced the swelling inside. And I have done the MRI of the lungs, and there is no big damage or anything like. There are few scar tissues, but there is really nothing they can pinpoint the reason why it is. And one of the lab tests says I have the body is immune system generates when something happens, IgA or.
Yeah, actually, you're going into a lot of details
Sure.
here. As long as you're comfortable being in a public forum, I don't have a problem.
Sure,
But
okay,
I hope you're aware of that.
okay,
Yeah, you can. So you can continue if you want to. I don't have a problem, but we are on public view.
sure, right, okay. So I can continue with the short breathing, there is no problem, right? Or
There is no problem. Where are you located?
I'm in Houston, Texas,
Okay. Where in Houston?
Sugar Land.
Okay. If you are interested,
Mhm,
we can set up a time to check you out. The
mhm,
thing is, you see, we have had success with very difficult cases of this kind. Okay.
mhm,
Recently, the two successes we have had is one is a person who had pulmonary fibrosis.
mhm,
This is essentially the lung giving up. The
right,
parts of the lung, the alveoli just becomes thick mass. They call it like
mhm,
honeycomb structure. Okay.
right, mhm,
And so what happens is over a period of time, the oxygen intake begins to decrease. And
Yes.
so in this particular case, now it is 2 months, and we have been able to reverse the oxygen intake. A person who couldn't climb stairs is now climbing steps, no more shortness of breathing, and
mhm,
the person is recovering. Okay. And right in the first test we did, it showed it will recover. You know, if you have been here long enough, you would have seen how we do the measurement with the nadis. I've demonstrated the system on different occasions. Have you seen it?
No, I was not, on that day, particular day, I couldn't attend the class.
I
Can,
see.
can I go on the YouTube and is it on the YouTube or?
Yes, it must be there on the YouTube.
It was on 13th of August, I think.
Yeah, if Srijit or Bal Mukund are here, they can tell which date it is and they can guide you to the video.
Okay, thank you.
And so what we do is we can through that we can tell whether it is working or not in a single session.
Oh, okay.
Then in which case after that you only need to practice it, and within a month you will start seeing some change. And if it is very chronic problem, it can take many months to heal. Okay.
Hmm.
And the second case we had was the case of a person who was smoking for many years, being in the army and things. And the person was had been on COPD, was on oxygen.
Mhm,
And the person's oxygen saturation would go down to like between 85 to 89%. And so the person needed to have oxygen most of the day.
mhm,
And the thing is, after he did for 1 month, he no longer needs oxygen. His oxygen concentration has gone above 92%.
Okay, good.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so he's able to live without oxygen. And he has sent all his data. I have all the data available with me. Okay,
Mm.
because both of these people were measuring with the pulse oximeter. Do you have a pulse oximeter at home?
Yes, and my normal with oxygen is 96%.
I see.
Yeah,
And even with 96%, obviously you're taking
because
prednisone.
right, yeah. If I don't take it, then it will go much lower, maybe below 90 or.
Okay, that's fine. So the thing is, the trouble is also, since you're on prednisone, we really cannot take any valid measurements for you either. Okay?
Right.
Because what happens is prednisone will mask everything. And if we do pre-post for any mantra, it'll show nothing.
Oh.
And so yes, we cannot do anything in a measured way.
Right.
If we want to try something in a different way, let me think about it.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question. This is Rajesh. I have a question, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Rajesh Kyare. When we do this mudra with this 7 mantra, I'm Shim Jim, do we need to speak it louder or we can say in our mind?
No, in our mind, and there is no mudra. It's only mantra,
Oh, mantra. Okay, when we do this mantra, do we speak louder or in the mind?
the mind.
Okay,
Just
thank you.
feel it in that spot.
Okay. Just a second question for your knee pain. Which exercise, which mudras are more effective for your knees?
Mudra, mantra.
Yeah, mantra or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. See, what happens is, again, it is individual to each person. You see, sometimes knee pain happens because of a metabolic issue, which is very different from a spinal issue. Okay. And so unless we know what the cause of it is, we cannot fully understand. But then I have to ask you a question. During the weekend, I believe it was yesterday, yesterday was a long session, right?
Yes. Yes.
And yesterday, when we did the full spinal with the 5 rounds of Bhastrika breathing and all of that, did you feel any difference in your knee?
Yes, definitely positively. Because let me be very honest. For the last, I'm very active. I do walk 1 hour and do Anulom Vilom morning, evening. This my knee pain come and goes, and I did not speak out yesterday because I definitely see a difference. But I said, let me wait and see how long this thing. I mean, so far today there was no pain.
Okay, my suggestion for you is the following. Yesterday's practice is meant for that. So what you should do is go to the YouTube and just practice that every day in the morning. It's
Thank
an hour and a half session. Do the whole session every day, and in a matter of a month or so, you should feel like almost you will feel like you have come back to your normal self.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Dr. Narayan.
Okay, and 1 second. And Rajesh ji, you are not, you didn't volunteer for the mantra study, did you?
No.
Would you like to?
Yes, I don't mind.
Okay, so you would be a good candidate. Okay. Yes, Naresh ji, go ahead.
Few years or maybe last year, you shared a case of advancing case of Alzheimer's, and
Yes.
there was a mantra or a tape or audio tape for it, and I could not relocate it. Is that available still for public or for anybody who is losing the some memories?
See, I'll explain to you exactly the case we had. Okay. And for those of you who are in the Washington, D.C. area, you may even know this person. Okay. This person was a person who was a physician, and this person, while coming back from the hospital, started losing his way coming back home. And at that time, he was 65 years old. And so the family was concerned that the person may do damage to some patient as a result of this kind of phenomenon of losing one's memory. And so the family basically wanted this person to take retirement. So this person took retirement. And this person has 2 or 3 children who are all doctors. Okay. And so once a retirement was taken, within a matter of 2 years, the Alzheimer's became even more rapid. And as he regressed further very rapidly, he was put on multiple medications. One was for anti-anxiety medication and antidepressants. Both of these medications were given to him. Now, as a result of which, if you can understand, all of this are suppressing the response of the nervous system. He had basically become a walking zombie. Okay. So this person, when one of his friends brought us into our clinic, he had no capacity to be given instruction to insert the finger into the biobell. So we had to literally hold his hand and push the hand in to take the reading. Okay. And so when we took the reading and we assessed him, the things were all, a lot of systems were down. But what we did was we said to boost the immune system, mantra is needed. So what we did was, this Om, thing that we play, we just put a earphone on his head and we played over this person. And we played it for 40 minutes the first time, okay? We could sense some changes were happening. But what happened was, after 40 minutes when we took the reading, what we found was no change in the immune system, very little change in the nervous system, but the endocrine system was up, okay? So what we did is we had him keep the earphone for another 5 minutes. And at the time it was after 5 minutes, we kept the mantra running. And while the mantra was running, we took the reading instead of after the mantra had finished. Then we saw the immune system was kicking up and it was transitory and the nervous system. And so the sequence by which it was impacting the system was the immune system to the nervous system to the endocrine system. So when we saw this was happening, we gave this recording to that person and asked the person to listen. 3 weeks later, the person comes back. The person is no longer a walking zombie. You tell the person to put the finger in, the person is doing all of that. The person is literally looking better. Now, what happened was they were driving back. So his friend was driving him back home and along with his wife. So they had a shock of their life because what happened was this person used to sing ghazals. And, he had lost his ability to read as a result of this, Alzheimer's. So what happened was, in the car, there was some, music piece or something that was lying there. He lifted up that piece of paper. He started reading and he started singing. He was very fond of singing. His friend is looking at him in astonishment. The wife is looking at him in astonishment. And they were very shocked that there is so much of this happening. And by the way, they had stopped the anxiety medication, and they had also stopped the antidepressant because what happened was he was no longer having anxiety attacks after that, okay? So they had reduced the medications because he was doing good. And so when this happened, the wife told the son, who is also a physician, that, you know what, dad seems to be recovering. This is what is happening. And the son told the mom, these guys are fooling you. I have seen the amyloids in the brain, in the imaging this thing. There is no way to reverse the amyloids that are there in the brain. These guys are fooling you. You have all false hopes in your mind. So the mom was very close to the son. So the wife basically said, oh, well, he seems to be having a good spell. So they all came to the conclusion it was a temporary good spell that was happening. They stopped all the mantras and they immediately booked their tickets to go to India because he's in a good spell. So this is the time to go and visit all the relatives before he gets worse. They went to India in the middle of hot summer weather for 3 months. And in that 3 months, they did no more of the mantra or anything. He completely regressed. He came back and within a few months, he was gone. So this was our experience. But then, this is where we say in yoga, whoever is meant to come, the person will come. And whoever is not meant to receive it, there'll be some distraction that will take it in different ways. So that's how it happens. So this was the case that we had.
Are you talking about Dr. Gulati?
I cannot answer such questions.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Narayan. Thank you so much for sharing it for the good of humanity. Thank you.
Dr. Narayan,
Yes.
this is Satyapal.
Yes.
How can we acquire this Om mantra for myself? I'd like to use that.
This is something that is probably there in one of our drives somewhere. It is easy enough to, what we play over here. I can get it for you, not a problem.
I also want it. I also want it because I could not click it. I had the link, but the link didn't work.
I see. I think,
I will paste
can
it in
you,
the Narayan.
okay, Shri, can you take care of these people?
Thank
Sure.
you so much.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
It's stated in the chat, and also the yoga therapy approach is also pasted in the chat box. Both are available.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Ramesh Gupta.
I assume I'm part of your study, correct?
What is that?
I'm assuming I'm part of your study. You've taken my name and phone number.
Then if you have received an email.
No, I have not.
Okay. If you have not received an email and if you have not responded, you're not part. But
Okay.
what is so if you're part of if you want to be, I can send the email to you.
Please.
Okay. Time is running short. Somebody else was there to ask a quick question.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll end over here. Thank you, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Rajat.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a blessed evening all.